Shri Sathya Sai Divya Katha, Shri Sathya Sai Divya Katha, Shri Sathya Sai Divya Katha.
Since there was no elementary school in Puttaparthi, Sathya had to study at Bukkapatnam school 5 kilometers away. This is the school at Bukkapatnam where he studied. He had to trudge back and forth every day along muddy paths, through fields, walking on bunds and wading through water if required. In the Bukkapatnam school too, he was a model student, ever helpful to others. Making students God-conscious remained his prime occupation. To hold the attention of his classmates, he would materialize prasadam, gift articles of vibhuti, much to their amazement. And he was always spotlessly clean. Other students who were jealous of this would bully him and throw him in the mud to soil his clothes. But he never responded to their taunts. Sri Kondamaraju distributed his property amongst his children. He was a vegetarian and very fond of Sathya. He realized that Sathya was divine, so he asked that Sathya be allowed to stay with him. Sathya used to rise in the morning, wash the utensils, cook food for both of them, and rush to school. The school bell would ring at 1 p.m. and he would rush back home to serve food to the grandfather. Kondamaraju felt that Sathya was put to a lot of physical strain. He suggested that Sathya take some ragi sangati for lunch. Sathya did not like to have ragi sangati in the company of his friends, who brought with them many dishes for lunch. As he did not want others to brand him a poor boy, he resolved to come home for lunch. Sathya was a superb cook. His grandfather particularly relished the pepper rasam. In fact, all those who suffered from fever would stand in a line outside the house to be served pepper rasam. One night, Kondamaraju heard the Omkara emanating from Sathya. Many times he heard the sound soham with no signs of Sathya breathing. On one occasion, he held Sathya's hand saying, "These are not your hands. I consider them your lotus feet. I have a desire. At the time of my departure, you should pour some water into my mouth with your divine hands." Sathya agreed. One day, he called Pedda Venkamaraju by his side and told him to change his wife's name to Ishwarama. His intention was to convey that she was the mother of Ishwara, God himself. But Pedda Venkamaraju was not aware of the inner meaning of this name. He implicitly obeyed the command of his father and changed the name of his wife to Ishwarama. Sathya was an automatic choice for the class leader. But this brought its share of problems. A teacher, B.C. Subanachar, was concerned about the lack of discipline in the school. So he devised a system of punishment which the monitor of the class had to carry out.
Swami says that when he was in this village school, everybody who comes late to class, late to school, first, all right. Second, all right. Third, all right. The fourth will be punished with 4 beatings by the cane. Fifth, 5. Six. And if you don't answer a question in class, he will be made to stand, and he who is able to answer the question has got the privilege of giving a slap on the cheeks. They will all be made to stand in a line, and the fellow who is intelligent enough to answer the question will be able to slap the cheeks of all the other boys. And Swami always had that privilege. But Swami says, how could I beat those children? How could I slap those innocent fellows? Simply because they don't know the answer to a question, to be beaten like that. So Swami always, he beats, of course, slaps, but it will be so smooth. It will be like applying cream. And the teacher will be watching the vigor and the power with which he is slapping. And Swami says, because his heart won't allow him to give a strong slap to the cheeks of his own classmates and boys of the same village. So he will say, come along, I'll tell you, I'll show you how to beat those fellows. Come here. And then Swami was given slaps on the cheek by the teacher. Beat them like that.
Adjacent to the school was the Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple. There was a smaller Hanuman shrine in the temple. Tippamma was the wife of Gummagatta Subbarao, who was a government official. They lived near the Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple. When her husband left for work and her children went to school, Tippamma would walk around the temple every day. She often noticed Sathya visiting the Hanuman temple. Tippamma was curious to know what Sathya was doing in the shrine. One day, she hid herself and observed him. She saw him sitting behind the idol of Lord Hanuman. As she watched, he circled his hand in the air. To her great surprise, materials for worship appeared. He materialized a photo of Shirdi Baba and, worshipping it, lit the camphor on his palm and did harti. He then materialized fruits and powdered dry ginger mixed with powdered sugar as an offering to the deity. He put all this in his school bag and went away. He would distribute all this to his classmates later. Tippamma was amazed at what she saw. She then realized that Sathya was no ordinary boy. The District Board High School at Bukkapatnam was the first educational institute which Baba patronized and nurtured. The school was renovated, and in 1950, Baba chose the Raja of Venkatagiri to preside over the function. Baba visited the school often and gave constructive counsel to the headmaster and teachers. As part of every birthday celebration, Baba arranged a feast for all students of the Bukkapatnam school at Prashanti Nilayam. The Bukkapatnam school as it looks now. Baba continued to be its patron and president till it became one of the best high school in the district. A grateful administration renamed the school as Sri Sathya Sai Baba District Board High School in memory of their divine alumnus.